Hello everyone, and welcome back to another exciting adventure of the Jersey folks. In today's adventure, I am going to give you my review of the Beast Burger and kind of go through and walk you through the whole experience that we had while waiting online for like 10 hours for a burger. And I will say on a side note, it was more than just waiting online for a burger. There was more to it. I also want to go through all of the merch that we bought. So if you are new to my channel, well, welcome to my basement. Just to kind of give you a quick little backstory here. I restarted my channel up again in April, and we had gotten our basement finished. And in April, I decided that I was going to furnish my basement with flipped furniture because, you know, after getting our basement finished, it cost some money, and well, I wanted to try to furnish the basement in an affordable way. So I started flipping some furniture. So, you know, you can see I've got a couple of pieces. I've got this guy right here in front of me. I've got this guy behind me. And I have a few other pieces that I'm still in the process of flipping. The funny thing is that I got to a certain point. I did have a lot of time over the summer to work on these projects. And the reason was because my boys were in baseball, my daughter was working, and then pretty much as soon as baseball started winding down, we went on vacation, and then, oh my gosh, after coming back from vacation, we all got COVID. So after that, then we had almost like just a week really to cram a whole summer into, and we just started taking a whole bunch of day trips, and I posted a few of those already. I actually have a bunch more that I have to make videos on and post. So there is more, you know, travel day trip adventures coming, but let's get to this merch. Just so you know, when we did finally get to the merch line, that's kind of when my whole world kind of came converging together at once. I kind of needed to be split into 3 different parts all at the same time. I had to be in 3 different places at the same time, and it just got completely crazy. So because it was crazy, I really didn't get any footage of the merch that was there, and not for nothing, it was all just big piles of clothes. It would have been hard to kind of see everything anyway. And it was just so hectic and so late in the night that I just didn't think to go back and get footage of the merch. I kind of really wanted to get out of there. Also, that said, I don't have prices. I'm going to see what prices I can find, if I can find the actual prices online. And we are going to go back too, so if I can get those prices. That said, for all this that we got here, I got 3 sweatshirts and a t-shirt and 3 stickers, and it all came to about $230, which in the grand scheme of things, it's not too expensive. The stickers were only $1. Okay, so that's a good thing. And now the merch, like I said, it's just because it was the end of the night, the pickings were slim. So I kind of had to get what I could get. I mean, fortunately, I think I got some pretty cool stuff. The sizes are huge. So my daughter wanted this t-shirt, and I usually get her a large in t-shirts, but it was really, really big when I got it. I will say it has shrunk. It has shrunk a little bit since I put it in the wash. So it's a good thing. And it's a nice thick cotton too. And it's also made in the USA, right in Los Angeles. All of the merch is. All the clothes are. So I was very happy to see that they're made in the USA. All right, next one. This is for my older son. So like I was saying, the merch was slim pickings, so I wound up getting extra larges. The boys probably could have gone with a large. They're pretty big. But again, I washed it and it did shrink a little bit. So just keep that in mind, because the clothes are 100% cotton. They're made in the USA. It's a nice thick quality. It's nice and soft on the inside. I mean, I think she's really cute. All right, we got Mr. Beast Burger down one sleeve. Next merch is this one. This is the sweatshirt I got, even though I kind of only know Mr. Beast through my kids. I was like, I waited online for, 10 plus hours. I'm gonna get myself a sweatshirt. So I got myself this sweatshirt here, again in an extra large, and it's pretty big. So you can see I did try it on for you guys to kind of give you an idea. And I'm not a tiny gal, so it is pretty big on me. I do like the sleeves. This one kind of looks like French fries or mustard, and this one's got like the ketchup thing going. So it's a nice Mr. Beast Burger there. Now this sweatshirt I thought was kind of interesting because the inside of it, it's almost like it's kind of like a terry cloth on the inside. It's not your standard like super soft sweatshirt. It's almost like it's been worn and washed a few times. So I like this one. I really do like that one. And then my younger son, he decided to go with this one. He really wanted a black sweatshirt. He didn't care what it was. He just wanted a black. But I couldn't get any black sweatshirts. They were all like little kid sizes. And he's 11, but he's a big boy. So I wound up getting him an extra large too because that's all they had. But again, I like this one. This is it's a dark like charcoal gray. We've got Mr. Beast down one sleeve, and then Burger on the other. And I think that's pretty cute. Overall, Beast had some really nice merch, so I am pretty impressed with that. And again, it's expensive. I do think the sweatshirts were like around $50, something like that, maybe $60. Which usually when you get those sweatshirts off of YouTube, they are priced. They're trying to make a profit off of the merchandise. Now time for, the review of the food and honestly just the overview of my whole experience. All right, I will say that I've had quite a few people tell me that I am completely crazy for waiting for 12 hours for a burger. Well, yes, I admit if it was just me, I would never have done it. But this wasn't for me. It was for my boys. My boys really wanted to do it. They wanted to meet Mr. Beast, so we decided to go for it. And on a side note too, I never thought it would have been 13 hours, being in a mall for almost 13. I thought 6. And I was kind of thinking that, after seeing the lines, that maybe 8 was where I would wind up being. Again, I never thought 13. I mean, it was a grueling day. I will say I was correct in my early predictions that it wasn't, very well organized for people, especially for people who were just entering the mall. It would have been great if there were people stationed, at each entrance, letting visitors know where the end of the line was, or I don't know. I mean, I know it's hard nowadays because it's hard to get people to work, but at least a sign directing people to a specific help desk. And then they could have been directed from there. I mean, it took us close to an hour just to find the end of the line. And not knowing the layout of the mall, we didn't know that to go straight downstairs from where we came in. And I mean, not for nothing, the guy at the desk told us that we had to go all the way down to the end. We could have saved an hour online if we had just been directed where to go. Now, despite all of that, waiting in line wasn't too terrible. I am really surprised that more people weren't trying to cut. We did almost get cut at one point, and there were people walking up and down saying that the wristbands were gone. And a few people actually left. They even got offline. There were state troopers walking up and down, New Jersey state troopers. So there were cops in the mall. There were security guards. But they weren't there all the time. Like I would just see them kind of walking up and down. We didn't know that we had to register. We didn't know that we needed wristbands. I mean, it really would have been helpful if the guy at that desk had explained that to us, that we needed wristbands, that the line downstairs was for the wristbands. I didn't know that we had to register. That was a big thing. Like, I kept kind of hearing that throughout the crowd, but I didn't know. Fortunately, thank the Lord, there was someone who came down the line with a QR code for us to scan. Surprisingly, when you really think about it, the wristband line moved quickly. It was 4 hours, but from the wristband line to the restaurant, it was over 6 hours. I couldn't believe it. In that time, though, I'm so happy that the Beast crew came out. My boys were so excited. That was worth it. Once we finally got to the restaurant, our cashier was Shawl. He was fabulous. He was really pleasant. He was great. So a huge shout out to Shawl. Amazing. Thank you for waiting on us. And like I was saying before, this is kind of where everything came crashing down. We got in line to get the drinks. The boys left to get a table. The next thing I know, they wanted to get a picture with Beast. The merch shop was closing. The food needed to be picked up. I couldn't split myself into three and hold the drinks all at the same time. It was just crazy. Because we all needed to be in different places, we put our full unopened cans of soda down on a table. And then I got online for the merch, and I could see my table. I could see the table from the merch area, but I was searching through mounds and mounds of clothes. And once I was able to get what I wanted, I turned around and all of our drinks were gone. The table had been cleared. So that just kind of added to it. Thankfully, the woman who was helping me with the clothing was able to get us drinks. So thank you to her. I didn't get her name, but she was wonderful and very, very helpful. And that was by far the single most stressful moment of the day, because I was one person that needed to be in 3 places at the same time. So now for the actual burgers. Are the burgers worth waiting 10 plus hours for? Well, no. I mean, what food is? But they were very good. We all got Beast burgers, which are burgers loaded. They have all the condiments, including mustard. And I don't mind mustard on a burger, but I kind of need like a little of it, not a lot. The mustard was a bit overpowering. So the next time I do this, unless by that time you can modify a burger, we couldn't modify them. They had 2 burgers. They had the Beast and the Chandler, and that was it. If they don't allow you to modify burgers when we go again, I'll probably just get the Chandler and then add some extra condiments to it. The Chandler is just beef and cheese, and I can add whatever I want to it. The fries, though, the fries were great. They reminded me of like old school Friendly's fries. If you've ever been to a Friendly's, they were definitely the highlight. Through all the kerfuffle with buying the merch and having to get new drinks, my food did get a little cold. So that said, if the fries were actually warm, woohoo, they would have been beyond amazing. The combo meals were $14.99, so that includes the burger, the fries, and a drink. I mean, is it a little pricey? Yes, but it's not crazy. I mean, if you get a burger in a restaurant in New York, it's going to be expensive. And honestly, the burgers were very good. I did like them. I will definitely go back. So overall, for me, seeing my boys so thrilled to meet some people that they do look up to was enough for me. They were pumped and they were over the moon. They got high fives, handshakes, pictures. They even got to speak to the guys. It was something. It was a highlight for them. And this is something that they'll never forget. They honestly, they were a part of history. This is one of those things that I think is going to go down for a while. People are going to be talking about it for a while. And it's interesting because a friend of mine kind of put this in perspective for me. She said, this is what our parents did for us during the Cabbage Patch Kid craze. And it's true. I mean, granted, okay, no, my grandmother was not waiting in line for 13 hours for a Cabbage Patch Kid, but she did battle crowds and, have to search through a newspaper and find out where the Cabbage Patch Kids were going to be and what time to get there. And she had to get there really early in the morning. So it's kind of the same thing. And I can really appreciate that. Okay, everybody, I am back. I know we did a little time traveling. This is a different day, and I know, different hair, different clothes, but I am going to stop the video here. I really hope that you enjoyed the video. Please check back for more videos. I do have a few more adventures with my family to get, to post out there. And I do definitely recommend going to Beast Burger. Do it. It was really good. Hopefully they'll have a wider variety the next time when you get to go there. So that's all, Jersey folks.